right. What's going on? So, greetings out there. Today, I wanted to talk about ways to approach really integrating a single scale into your knowledge set. So, we'll use C major as an example, but ideally you want to run these ideas through any and all scales you are so inclined to have in your heart and soul and body and mind. And so let's say we're looking at C major, and we'll pick one position, because since we're on the guitar we have so many lovely positions. We're going to pick this one. And of course initially we just want to be able to go up and down. That's great, we're just going up and down. Isn't that nice? Very important, okay? But that's not going to cut it. So then you, step two, I suppose. Try doing it in groupings of three, for instance. Not too bad, right? Easy. And then turn that around. Play with it. Can you make it musical? How about fours? Alright. Fives. Sixes. And then of course sevens, which is almost like you're doing the full mode. Okay, so this is good stuff, but it's still a little, it's quite regimented, right? We're just ascending the scale and descending and applying different numerical patterns. So threes, fours, fives, etc. And that's great, put that in your pocket. But I feel like the real juicy stuff is when you start approaching integrating all the intervals of the scale. So for instance, when we're going up, we're just doing seconds, right? C to D, D to E, those are seconds. So let's see if we can do thirds, right? And what that will force you to acknowledge is, well, the diatonic thirds of the scale. And what are they? You know, a major third, a minor third, a minor third, a major third, a major third, a minor third, a minor third, a major third. Okay, and notice that I'm ascending. Thirds, very important. I'm going the third off the one, third off the two, third off the three, etc. Well, flip that around. Instead of ascending, let's descend. Right? Let's ascend, then descend. Let's descend, then ascend. Lovely, okay. So those are all thirds. How many more intervals are there to do this with? Well, plenty, right? Sticking with the idea of thirds though, right? We're doing closed thirds, right? As in they're close together. But let's put that third up an octave. And can we do the same thing? Oh, forgive me. Major third, minor third, minor third, major third, major third, minor third, minor third, major third. And now we've got some jumps in there. Can we play with those? So ideas, right? Picking an interval and shedding it through the diatonics, so shedding it diatonically through the scale. So ascending, once again, ascending, descending. Oh, descending, I mean, I'm thinking of the third off the 1, but I'm coming to the 1 off the 2. I think that's clear, right? And then alternating ascend, descend, ascend, descend, ascend, descend, and then descend, ascend, descend, ascend. All right? And one sort of thought thing I'll do to help me, I guess, learn what the hell we're doing is you can conceive of your starting point. So you can conceive of C, D, E, F, G, right? Or conceive of it in terms of its numerical placement in the scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Now that's just thirds. There's a lot of ways to approach it. We're going to kind of keep it in this area though. So now we'll do the same thing with fourths, right? So diatonic fourths, and this will force you to identify where are the fourths that are not perfect, right? Well, perfect 4. So, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, augmented fourth. So there's only one special place here where the fourth is not perfect, and that's off the 4th degree. So ascending fourths, one more time. We'll keep going. Coming down. Forgive me. Descending fourths. Where are you? And then ascending, descending. Maybe I don't need to show you all of these, but you get the idea, I think. Okay. And similar, descending, ascending, right? All the ways to permutate it. And then similarly, we can take that 4th, but put it up an octave. So instead of, we've got, and it's going to be it's going to be helpful for chordal playing to be able to feel that 4th up there. Right. Oopsie. I lost it. There it is. And then apply the same principles. Ascending. Notice your fingers are going to do some cool things. How about ascending, descending? Ascend, descend, ascend, descend, ascend, descend, ascend. On and on. Now, how about fifths? Here's our fifths ascending. And trying to think, okay, which fifth is the odd one out? Well, perfect fifth, perfect fifth, perfect fifth, perfect fifth, perfect fifth, perfect fifth, diminished fifth or minor fifth, and back, right? Off the 1, 2, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Now the intervals are getting wider, and similarly we can take that interval of a fifth, put it up an octave, right? So we'll put that here. There we go. And this is also very good for chord playing, chord melody stuff. I want to be able to do that. It's fun. And by doing this, you'll just start to learn, all the shapes of your various intervals. What do fifths look like when you've got 3 strings in between it? Right? Well, they look like this. Super fun, right? A couple more intervals to go. Sixes, right? Let's look at sixes, right? So 6 off the 1, off the 2, off the 3, off the 4, off the 5, off the 6, off the 7, off the 1. Now this is very this one's a little more dynamic because you have you have your major six. You have a good assortment of major sixes, then a minor six, then a major six, another major, then two minor sixes. Ascending, descending. As dyads. I hope this is giving you ideas. Oh. Right? And then of course, can you put the sixth up an octave? So instead of, you've got, so we'll go major sixth, minor, where is it? Oh boy, major. I'm lost here. There it is. There we go. Major, minor, major, minor, major sixth. Alright? Alright. Now we're at this diatonic sevenths, right? So sevenths ascending. Oh. And you want to get the motor skills, you want to get the shapes in your fingers, but some of the hard work is going to be your cognitive labor. Can you think, okay, major seven, minor seven, major seven, minor seven, major seven, etc. Identify what kind of seventh it is. With an air in there. Oh. Alright, those are the major sevenths. Treating them as dyads, right? Unison. They're playing them together, rather. Alright. And then, of course, you can put that up an octave. It's going to get a little tight here, but we'll do it. Major 7 off the 1, minor 7 off the 2, minor 7 off the 3, major 7 off the 4, minor 7 off the 5, minor 7 off the 6, minor 7 off, where is it? Minor 7 off the 7, and then major 7. Little air in there, but you see what we're doing, right? And then, of course, octaves, right? Ascending, descending. Okay. So these sorts of studies will, the scale will start to bloom more in your improvisations and in your soloing and in your composing too. Because you can approach, hey, let me write a melody that's going to predominantly use diatonic sixes and just see what comes out. And things will come out that are very beautiful. So, of course, we want to do this, but we also want to approach all of our scalar study in this way I presented here, where we're identifying the diatonic intervals and trying to iterate every diatonic interval. Thirds, fourths, fifths, sixes, sevens, and notice we did this in one area. Well, how about this area, right? Do it in this area. In this area. In this area. Do it in every area. Lovely. One last thought on this is we're thinking melodically, right? But then it's great to try and do these on just ascending. So for instance, if I'm thinking root third, I'm doing thirds, but I'm going to start on, here's my root and my major third of the opening, and I'm going to ascend there, just on that string set. And then try that on the next string set. string set. Oops. Did I skip one? I did. And you might run out of room. Right, so if you run out of room, how about this? You're building off the C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A, B, C. Next one, C, D, E. Right? Next one. Alright, and then every interval, right? Every melodic distance in the scale, and getting acquainted with every melodic distance you can fathom. Anyway, hope that was helpful. I guess I'm gonna call it there. We're at 16 minutes. Thank you for listening. Adios.